Rise of White Nationalism, a Global Phenomenon. Introduction. White nationalism has been on the rise globally, posing a significant threat to democratic values, social cohesion, and human rights. This essay aims to explore the underlying factors contributing to the surge of white nationalism, its worldwide impact, and the implications for democracy and human rights. Underlying factors. The rise of white nationalism can be attributed to a combination of social, political, and economic factors. In many Western societies, economic precarity and inequality have fueled a sense of grievance and alienation among certain segments of the population. This has been exacerbated by the perceived loss of cultural and national identity, as globalization and immigration have challenged traditional notions of national identity. Politically, the rise of populist leaders and movements has provided a platform for white nationalist rhetoric to gain traction. Leaders such as Donald Trump in the United States, Matteo Salvini in Italy, and Marine Le Pen in France have all utilized anti-immigrant and nationalist sentiments to mobilize support and win elections. This has further emboldened white nationalist groups and individuals who feel validated and empowered by mainstream political figures. Socially, the proliferation of social media and online platforms has allowed white nationalist groups to connect, organize, and spread their message with unprecedented ease. Online forums, chat rooms, and social media channels provide a platform for hate speech, radicalization, and recruitment, enabling individuals to become radicalized and mobilized towards violent actions. The Worldwide Web of Extremism. White nationalism is not a phenomenon confined to a single country or region. It is a global movement with far-reaching implications. Groups such as the alt-right, identitarians, and neo-Nazis have established transnational networks, sharing ideologies, tactics, and resources across borders. In Europe, white nationalist parties have gained significant political influence, leveraging anti-immigrant and nationalist sentiments to advance their agendas. In countries such as Hungary, Poland, and Austria, far-right parties have entered government coalitions, undermining pluralistic democracy and human rights. In the United States, the rise of white nationalism has been particularly pronounced, with a surge in hate crimes, domestic terrorism, and extremist violence. Events such as the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, and the storming of the Capitol on January 6, 2021, have brought the issue to the forefront of national discourse, highlighting the challenges posed by domestic extremism. Democracy and human rights in the crosshairs. The rise of white nationalism poses a direct threat to democratic institutions and human rights. By promoting exclusionary and discriminatory policies, white nationalist movements undermine the principles of equality, tolerance, and respect for diversity that are foundational to democratic governance. In countries where white nationalists have gained political power, there has been a rollback of civil liberties, press freedom, and minority rights. Dissent is suppressed, opposition is demonized, and marginalized communities are targeted for persecution. The erosion of democratic norms and the rule of law creates an environment conducive to authoritarianism and totalitarianism. Furthermore, white nationalism perpetuates a narrative of racial superiority and hierarchy, legitimizing violence, discrimination, and oppression against minority groups. This not only violates the inherent dignity and rights of individuals, but also threatens social cohesion, stability, and peace within societies. Conclusion. In conclusion, the rise of white nationalism is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon with profound implications for democracy, human rights, and global security. Addressing this challenge requires a holistic approach that tackles the underlying drivers of extremism, counters hateful ideologies, and strengthens democratic institutions. Only by upholding the values of tolerance, diversity, and inclusivity can we combat the scourge of white nationalism and build a more just and peaceful world for all.